The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
It's football season in Chattanooga, where the Mocs are back-to-back SoCon champions.
We've got tremendous football players in this room.
Caught at the 25, down to the 20, down to the 10, touchdown Chattanooga.
Well, I think the fan support part of it is huge, because our fans are phenomenal.
Wants to throw, and it is picked.
Led by head coach Russ Huseman.
Come out and play with unbelievable energy today. Play with the chip on your shoulder today. You guys belong. Let's roll.
Welcome to Inside Chattanooga Football, hosted by head coach Russ Huseman and the voice of the Chattanooga Mocs, Jim Reynolds. Brought to you by Allegra, 24-hour relief from indoor and outdoor allergies. By Coca-Cola, Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the world's largest Coca-Cola bottler. By FSG Bank, proud to be the official bank of Chattanooga Mocs Athletics.
Welcome to Inside Chattanooga Football. I'm Jim Reynolds. On the program today, expansion of McKenzie Arena, which would help UTC football. That would include new meeting rooms, new classrooms for football players and all athletes at UTC. Also, the Mocs coming off a win over VMI. How do coaches get ready to face a particular opponent? We'll talk with defensive coordinator Adam Brathwaite and receiver coach Will Healy on how the Mocs prepared to take on the Keydets. Also, highlights of the UTC win over VMI from Lexington last Saturday. That all comes your way in just a moment when Inside Chattanooga Football returns right after this.
This segment of Inside Chattanooga Football is brought to you by Allegra, 24-hour relief from indoor and outdoor allergies.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear. VMI is a really good offensive football team. It all starts with the quarterback, who everybody knows about. Had a great year last year as a freshman, playing really well this year. I think they have surrounded him with some strong playmakers at receiver and at running back. They got, kind of a little bit of everything as far as they got some home run hitters, they got some possession type guys, and they do a really good job of spreading the ball around. Got a good intricate passing game that you have to be, prepared for to stop in terms of changing coverages. And then I think they're really creative as a coaching staff, so they're always going to have a little wrinkle up their sleeve to try to catch you off guard. Yeah, well, again, we're still in that process. I think, anytime you're facing a passing offense or what appears to be a passing offense, you got to have the ability to mix things up. Whether that be blitzing, whether that be coverage, whether that be games up front, some way to try to flush the quarterback, and some way to keep him from just sitting back there in the pocket feeling comfortable and being able to pick you apart. Well, I think we haven't really changed our approach to what we're doing. We try to take a blue-collar approach to what we do. We try to, bring that to our players, and we got a good group of guys that kind of buy into that. I think our guys work hard. Sometimes the stats and the score don't always indicate how well you played or how poorly you played, or things of that nature. So we're happy that we've played well the last two games. We're happy with the outcome. Hopefully we're not satisfied with where we are. There's tons of room for improvement. We've been fortunate the last 2 weeks, and our guys know they have a big challenge ahead of them this weekend.
Well, I've been fortunate enough to play VMI a couple times when I was at Richmond, and then we had a chance to play them last year for the first time in the Southern Conference. But one thing you know about them is they're always going to play extremely hard. It's a tough place to play. There'll be a great crowd there. The Keydets will all be out in full force, and Coach Walkenheim's done a great job in his first year there. They've had a chance to beat Furman at Furman. You know they're going to be physical. They'll run to the ball. They have a ton of energy and effort on each and every play, and it looks like they've upgraded on talent a little bit, and they'll continue to do so as long as Coach Walkenheim's there. But it's a very, very difficult game to prepare for because it's an intense atmosphere, and you know their guys are going to be up to the challenge each and every week. Yeah, you've got to make sure your guys understand that this week's about us, and it's that way going forward with every conference game. It's the most important game because it's the next game, and it's a conference game on the road, a long bus ride, in an intense environment, and so our guys are going to have to be ready to play from snap one. Nothing's going to change with us as coaches. We're going to continue to prepare like we have been. We're going to try and put our guys in the best situation possible to help us win a football game. And I think that it's about going back to fundamentals. We saw plenty of stuff on film against Furman that we've got to fix, and we've got to continue to improve for us to go where we want to go for the season.
We celebrate you, loyal UTC fans, who brave sunburn and parking game after game. You super fans who live, eat, and breathe your UTC sports. And you, family of fanatics, passing down your game day traditions. No matter who you are, Mighty Mocs, FSG has you covered. Get the exclusive Power C debit card and show your UTC pride. Together, we'll ride the rails to victory. FSG Bank is proud to be the official bank of UTC Athletics.
This segment of Inside Chattanooga Football is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the world's largest Coca-Cola bottler.
My name is Troy Van Zylen. I'm the Assistant Athletic Director for Development here at UTC. My job responsibilities kind of revolve completely around raising revenue for supporting scholarships, student-athlete experiences, operational costs, and capital projects. If you look at what we have amazing game day venues with the McKenzie Arena, Finley Stadium, the McClellan Gym. Like, we have those, but what we lack is developmental facilities. And that's where a majority of our student athletes spend their time. So for us, a big part of my job is trying to fix that issue. And part of that is going to go out and raise revenue to help support that initiative.
My experience and David's experience throughout the country in visiting places, seeing what a lot of our competitors are doing, really pushed this project to the forefront in his mind. I'm Scott Altizer, the Senior Associate Athletic Director for Internal Operations. My involvement in the arena expansion has been to help the architects go through and make sure that all of our sports are accounted for in space requirements. We've interviewed all our head coaches to make sure that if you're going to embark on a project like this, you have to make sure that you're bettering the space that they're in.
Well, a project like this is a big undertaking. It's not something that you can handle in just one area or the athletic department can do. You know, a project of this magnitude comes at a price of around $16 million. The way that is funded is a group of collective areas, institutional support and private support. And that private support comes in at around $10 million, and we have $2 million secured already. But we have to raise another $8 million to get this project off the ground and running.
While football will take up a lion's share of the space, simply because there are almost 100 student athletes on that team, we sat down with a list of the teams and went through each need. For instance, our wrestling team is housed in McClellan, so wrestling doesn't need space in the new building. The training room we use is original to McKenzie Arena. So while needs, the care of athletes has improved, our training room hasn't changed. It's the same building it was, same room it was when this place opened 30 plus years ago. So one of the main priorities we had was really doing a good job in improving the space allocated for our training room and improving what's in it. And so I think that'll go a long way, and really our plan is making it a state-of-the-art place that probably will rival anybody, certainly in our conference and probably in the Southeast.
It's time for the Student Athlete Spotlight, brought to you by Southeast Bank.
I'm Austin Sams. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I wrestle. I started off as a 41-pounder, and I couldn't hold the weight anymore. So then I bumped up to 49 my freshman and sophomore year. I tried to do it twice. And then last year I moved up to 57. It was for the better of the team. I probably wasn't my right weight class, but the team needed it, so that's where I went. And this year I'll be back down at 49, which is where I should be. Like, I guess the struggle, the grind, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's a long process. I mean, it's a lot to do for 7 minutes, but in the end, it's worth it. I mean, if you get to your goals, like, I mean, All-American is going to be my goal this year. And if I make that, then all the practice, all the thing leading up to it, I mean, it'll be the greatest feeling ever. Going out, it's all one-on-one, and I mean, you're basically fighting the other guy. And to know that whether you're meaner, you're tougher, you have the bigger heart, you know the most stuff, like, that's something big. Like, I'm going out and physically beating this dude. We took 3 bids to SoCon my sophomore year, and I was in 3rd, 4th place match, and I was wrestling this kid from the Citadel, and he beat me in the last 5 seconds in the winner's bracket. But he dropped down and I dropped down. We met in the Conso finals. So we're in double overtime, and I rode him out for 30 seconds, and I tore my LCL, I tore my LCL in the match. And so I go down, I get out, and he takes me down with 2 seconds left on a questionable call, but they didn't have video review or anything like that. So that's something I've always been so close to making it to the NCAAs and never punched my ticket yet. So that's something I definitely look back on and try to focus on, and it makes me push myself even more.
We celebrate you, loyal UTC fans, who brave sunburn and parking game after game. You super fans who live, eat, and breathe your UTC sports. And you, family of fanatics, passing down your game day traditions. No matter who you are, Mighty Mocs, FSG has you covered. Get the exclusive Power C debit card and show your UTC pride. Together, we'll ride the rails to victory. FSG Bank is proud to be the official bank of UTC Athletics.
This segment of Inside Chattanooga Football is brought to you by FSG Bank, proud to be the official bank of Chattanooga Mocs Athletics.
Cobb takes the first snap of the day, steps up in the pocket, double clutches once, gets out of traffic, and then is tackled from behind. So they get El Cobb, fluffs him out of the pocket.
And get his hand down too.
3 receivers near side, rush, blitz, and a sack. Getting to the quarterback was Isaiah Mack, redshirt freshman out of Northwest Whitfield. 2nd down and 21. Handoff, Bagley breaks a tackle 25 and hit out of bounds inside the 20. So they put themselves in a manageable situation. Last kick was a 36-yarder last week against Furman. Gets this one off, the kick is up and good. Mocs take a lead on a 37-yard field goal. It's 2nd down and 4 after that 6-yard pickup. Crane gets the call, plays off one blocker, goes up the middle, breaks a tackle, and gets inside to 35. Cardre Bagley, one receiver left, two right. Jacob Huseman over the middle, in the end zone, wide open, touchdown Chattanooga. James Stovall, and I mean was wide open for his mask call. 1st down and 10. Handoff, far side, running room. Far sideline for Chattanooga, breaking a tackle and moving into the open, and finally hit out of bounds near midfield. Mocs trail in the game right now. Derek Crane gets the call. He goes left, picks up a block, breaks a tackle down to the 30, down to the 29-yard line, leading it by 11. Cobb hands it off and then hit hard by Nakevian Leslie. Hand off that time, right up the middle, not much running room, and that was down to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10, quarterback draw again, and he breaks a tackle and will score. Touchdown Chattanooga, 18-yard run by Jacob Huseman. I don't think it was designed to be a run. He looked once, unless it was just a great fake, and then cut it upfield. One receiver left, 3 right, play action. Huseman with time, now he avoids the rush, puts it up in the air, pass complete, and are they going to say he was inbound? If he did, that was a great toe job by Will Young. What a 2nd down and about 3 for Chattanooga. Jacob with time once again. He goes long, over the middle, little contact catch made inside the 10, all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, I talk about putting a ball where only one guy can make the catch.
Again, Will trailing it by 4. Snap, kick on the way, and the kick is good. Nothing is worse than that scenario and missing the field goal.
Yeah, boy, nothing.
Crane stands in back of Jacob Huseman from the shotgun. Crane gets the call, has the 1st down, and dives forward to the 48-yard line.
Wow, I thought VMI had really played that well.
They put it down. Field goal attempt, kick on the way, has the distance, and the kick is good. Mocs back on top. So on there for the Keydets. Huseman. It's bobbled by Crane. He makes the catch, cuts it upfield, and tripped up after he gets the 1st down. And off. Derek Crane has the 1st down and more. Breaks the 30, 25, 20 foot race, and finally shoved out of bounds. Well, you knew there were 2 options on that play.
Yeah.
And Derek Crane busted it out. Mocs will settle for a 24-yard field goal. The attempt on the way. And Enrique Ribeiro is good once again. Mocs extend their lead with the possession, 13:44 to play. Cobb drops back, wants to throw on 1st down, up in the air, and picked. Samaji Kendall, pay dirt, touchdown Chattanooga. Defense busts out Samaji Kendall, 2nd week in a row. Sunshiny Lexington, Virginia. Cobb pulls it back, steps up in the pocket, and dropped. Al Cobb that time. I think it was finally Nakevian Leslie that actually made the tackle, but run after that completed pass. Cobb takes the snap from the shotgun, has protection. Now it collapses, and so is he. Brought down once again, when you know you got to throw long, and they're giving the high fives to on the Chattanooga 37. Cobb drops back again, gets hit, avoids a rush once, but not the 2nd time. Dropped back at the 40-yard line on 4th down and 7. Man in motion is Borishati. Down the field it goes, pass complete for a 1st down, and wrestled down at the 16-yard line. Alfonso Stewart made the catch. The game. Your final score will be the Mocs 33 and VMI 27. 33-27.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup honors the nation's best overall collegiate athletic program in each division, men's and women's sports. The prestigious award continues its reign as the crowning achievement in college athletics. To follow your favorite team, like us on Facebook. Find us in USA Today, online, and on Twitter at LS Directors Cup. Over 2 decades of excellence, the Learfield Sports Directors Cup.
Welcome back to Inside Chattanooga Football. I'm Jim Reynolds. Joining me, head football coach Russ Huseman. Let's look at the win over VMI. Not an easy win, but a win just the same.
Yeah, I mean, to get a win on the road was big. VMI played really well, played hard, got after us, especially in the red zone. But we'll take the win, but we know that we got to get better.
They ran the football a little bit more than probably we all thought going in, or at least more than I thought going in.
They actually ran it efficiently, but I think they ran it maybe 30 times in that game, which was surprising. But they didn't have a ton of yards rushing. I think they had maybe
72.
Yeah, 72 yards. So we weren't great versus the run, but we were efficient and kind of got things done that we needed to get done. But, again, too many big plays. They hit the post play on us and then a jump ball on us. And then the last drive they scored on, we didn't play that real well. But, other than that, probably okay on defense.
One of the things I looked at the game Saturday was maybe in your first or second year, you don't come back from a 21-10 deficit, or maybe there's something else going on. But you guys seem to remain confident, businesslike, went out and attacked, trailed by a point at halftime, and won the game in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a sense of panic on the sidelines at all from the players and the coaches, which is good. When you're heavily favored and you get down, sometimes you can panic, you can press. Our guys didn't, and we plugged away. And I wish we'd have got a couple touchdowns there in the first half. Instead, we settled for field goals and went down in the locker room down by 1, or we may have been up by 2. I can't remember, but in the second half we came out and played well early, and then kind of late we didn't play as good as we should. But again, it was a win and a sigh of relief.
You and I have talked before about defensive backs, especially getting interceptions. Had a pick 6 for the second week in a row.
Actually, Samaji, great play by him, because that route combination, he handled it exactly the way he was supposed to, and we really didn't practice that much during the course of the week. But that is something that's in, and we kind of defend it that way. And as soon as he saw it, he reacted and made a great play. And Samaji played really well. I was proud of him.
Returned it 28 yards for the touchdown. I know the pick he had the week before, he wanted to go 100 yards that week, but took the 28 yards and the 6 points this time.
Last week, you're looking at it, he might have went 100 if we'd have got out of the way, but we had about a couple of our guys tackling him or trying to tackle him in the end zone there, and then he got bottled up a little bit. But, I could see what he was saying. He saw a lot of green grass, and if they'd have got out of his way, I don't know if he'd have scored, but he'd have got some good yardage there.
Bottom line, you're 3-0 in the league. That's a good place to be.
That's the bottom line, and that's what I told him afterwards. We're 3-0, and that was the most important thing. I knew it'd be a tough game. I'm not sure if our players felt like it was going to be a tough game. It had a Mars Hill feel to it, but we actually played a little bit better on defense than we did against Mars Hill. But you can't take anybody lightly. I mean, that, I know it, and we got ingrained into our players that in this league anybody can beat anybody.
Mocs go on the road this Saturday, going to Wofford. They're used to. I know they're struggling a little bit this year, and they've had some injuries, but they're used to winning football games in Spartanburg, aren't they?
Yeah, they got a great tradition, and they play well at home. They've lost a couple games in the conference now, and there's going to be a little sense of urgency on their part. I know that. Obviously, they could never lose another game and have any kind of chance to win the league. So they will be excited to play. I don't think there's a question about that. And they're good. I mean, even though they got some guys dinged up, they're going to be good. And again, we'll get their best shot.
When we talk about Wofford, we always talk about preparation for that option attack. What makes that so difficult?
Well, it's such assignment football, but sometimes those option teams can paralyze you, because you're just saying, I got this guy, and you don't run the ball like you should. The other scenario is the practice time and how you prepare. You just can't prepare for the speed of the game in practice while using your scout team. And, hopefully we can get that down this week and get our guys prepared. But we've defended the option decently throughout the years.
Mocs on the road at Wofford this Saturday. That's a 1:30 kickoff from Spartanburg. We'll have highlights next time on Inside Chattanooga Football.
Inside Chattanooga Football has been brought to you by Allegra, 24-hour relief from indoor and outdoor allergies. By Coca-Cola, Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the world's largest Coca-Cola bottler. By FSG Bank, proud to be the official bank of Chattanooga Mocs Athletics.